Welcome back to the SC Halfback podcast. I'm your host, Matt Namowski. Welcome to another off-season pod. Today we're going version 2 of the team picker. So what we've done so far, we've gone initial reactions. We've then obviously created our first team. I've then given you a bit of a price series talking about 15 guys in each position group, working out who's the overs, unders on the money. And now we can start formulating and go, okay, to clear that series out, let's get a new team based off that. And then obviously in the new year, each second day will come in with a new theme team to come in, uh, you know, under price, one injury away, all these type of things. So this is just a new set of when we finished our price analysis. Let's get another update here, our Team 2 version for the SC Halfback, and we'll see how we go there. So let's start with the hooker. So my strategy has not changed here. I will be going for Harry Grant as my gun hooker. Now, I've seen options of going to different people. Totally get it. I was burned at the start of last year. He's a season keeper. We're keeping Harry Grant the whole way through. Our second hooker, we are going to go with Jaden Brayley. Now, if Summerton from the Panthers does get a run to start the season with the whole Mitch Kenny thing, I'll be going to Summerton. But for now, Brayley. So we've got just over a mil locked in on Harry Grant and Jaden Brayley. Let's get into the front row. Now, again, my strategy has not changed here. We are going to go cheap in the front row. I do not want an over 400k option here. I just want to get 45 point scorers here that would do us a job. So let's get right into our first one here, Keenan Palasia. Dual 365k. To me, I think he should start for that team. If he does, I think he's going to be a very nice play there. Who will partner him up front? I think whoever starts for the Bulldogs, there are options there. I think Liam Knight will be an option there at 332k. Once again, a Jules. So you've seen straight away, I'm going for Jules. I want to make sure that we have enough of them, plenty to go around. Two cheapies on the bench. So the first guy will be uh, Liam Henry from the Panthers at 238k. If he gets that Lanu bench spot, I'm all about it. And then to partner with him, a guy who should get some more minutes now with no Hamasele, Davey Mawali at 268k. So as you can see, very cheap. The most expensive guy here, 365k. I just want to bank it and use it in other positions, but have that flexibility as well. Let's get into the 2RF. Once again, haven't really changed a lot of mid price guys that we should just take and eat up that value straight away. So let's get right into it. The favorite on the show, Sean Lane, at 446k, straight in, no problem about it. We're then going to go back to the Bulldogs. We're going to go for Josh Curran at 421k, and we'll wrap it up with Brendan Piakura from the Broncos. So as you can see there, the most expensive guy in our starting team, 446k. Guys that should get cracks at 80-minute roles, and we can have a lot of fun with. Now, on the bench, going for two jewels and a cheapie. So the first, let's get the cheapie out of the way first. Jack Howarth of the Melbourne Storm. I just think if he's going to play, it will be this season. He's going to have a chance to get those minutes and play. The next guy is Bunty Afoa of the Warriors. They're going to have to start thinking life without Adam. Obviously, they'll play him as much as they can, but I just think Bunty will have a moment. He's going to get us at 30 to 35, so it'd be a nice AE safe play if we need to do it. And he's obviously got that jewel where we can flip around as well. And then the last guy is someone who I didn't really talk about much in the price analysis series, but he's really starting to come into mind here, and that is Connor Watson of the Sydney Roosters at 374k. He's a hooker 2RF, which I think is going to be very handy, especially if we do need to, cash out Jaden Brayley and bring in a gun second row. If something happens to Harry Grant, we can make that switch as well. So I think Connor Watson is going to be nearly a must, and we'll see what his role is. I assume it's the 14, but I think there's going to be some nice value. So let's just quickly run through these forwards here. Grant and Jaden Brayley in the hooker role, Palasia, Knight, Henry, Mawali in the front row, Lane, Curran, Piakura, Howarth, Ofoa, and Watson in the tour up there. So as you can see, we have not spent at all a lot besides Harry Grant there. We've still got 7 mil in the bank. So let's go get some guns. Let's go into the halfbacks. No surprise there. Give me Nathan Cleary. Give me Nico Hines. Thank you very much. Into the 5'8", it has not changed as well. I will take Luke Brooks as my dual 5'8", and then whoever gets that Raider spot, it will be, I believe, KO Weeks. So we'll put him in there. And then let's go into my fullbacks, and we'll leave CTW last because I think that's where I've formulated the most opinions over the last week. So no surprises again. It's going to be Kalen Ponga starting. And again, the guy who I think I will run no matter what, Charles Nicholl-Klokstad at 682K, I think is just an absolute must to get in there. So that leaves us with our CTWs. And if we come back up into here, just so we can see the price points that we have left. So we've still got 2.8 mil. And I've said to you guys, I want to have over 100K in the bank. So we need to have a bit of flexibility at the start of the season. So let's get right into it. So who is our gun? This guy's in our team to start with. It's still Ruben Garrick. Again, he's another jewel. He's going to be flying with Manly. I want to be about that. So the Ruben Garrick train is there. Am I going to go for a second gun? Not quite in that top tier, but someone who I think is going to have a flying start to the season, and that is going to be Murray Taulagi of the Cowboys. Again, he's a bridge guy at 528K. If he starts decently and gets up to that 650, let's go cash him in for one of those guys who are a little bit too dear. I'm thinking maybe a Dallin could be a target to do a bit of a bridge there. And I don't think he's going to lose any cash. If he does, there's plenty of guys around that 500 mark. And I've got that cash in the bank if I need to use it. The next guy we're going to go to Xavier Savage. If he does get that fullback role, thank you for coming. Again, I missed out on Chance last year. We'll not be doing that again. And then a guy that to wrap out our starting CTW here, I'm going to go for Matt Fiagi of the St. George Illawarra Dragons. Now, he had obviously the 23 games last year, only averaged 31. I think it's going to go up this year. It's a guy that I think is just going to be able to have, that's a bit underpriced. I think there's at least 100K to be made there. And I do think that Dragons team, even though still may get the spoon, is going to be improved. And he's a guy you can lock in there at 316K. I don't mind that at all. So even if he falls into my bench and becomes one of my 3 reserves, I don't mind it. But I think I will have Fiagi to start the season. No problem there. Now, who are the bench guys? So I've still really like to look at Jamin Salmon at 317K. Again, another dual CTW 2RF. I think he's going to get good minutes, at least 40 to 45 in that Dogs team. And I just think he's undervalued by about 80K. So I will grab that there. Once again, we will have Jed Cartwright in this team. I think he's a real shout to start on that edge over Dylan Lucas. If there's going to go for experience and bring him in, 238K. Again, dual CTW 2RF. I'll take that as well. And then my last position really can be anyone. We will go with Ito of the Cronulla Sharks. Again, another dual 219K. If he doesn't get the spot, we'll switch that out. But for right now, he's a place setter. So if we look at the team right now, we'll just summarize the backs here. So we have got Cleary and Hines in the halves, Brooks and Weeks in the 5'8 slot, Garrick, Taulagi, Savage, Fiane in the centers with Salmon, Cartwright, and Iro, with Ponga and Chance as our fullbacks. And that leaves us with 161K. So we'll lock that in as our save right now. And this is version 2 of the team. And I really, really do like it. I think, like I said, CTW2 are front row forward. I'm going to leave right now until there's someone that really sticks ahead and says, pick me. I'm not going to worry about it. I just want to make sure I have Grant, Ponga, Hines, and Cleary. That's a must. I want those 4 guys. I want my gun CTW, which is Garrick. I've got Brooks, who I think is going to finish as a top 4, 5'8 over the season. I've got enough guys here. They'll make some cash, can be bridge guys to the next guy. So I'm pretty happy with the team. The only thing I would like to potentially have a gun 2RF in there. So maybe that Connor Watson or Josh Curran, Piakura, one of those guys could potentially get up into if we do get another cheaper. I can downgrade someone. But for right now, I think this is the team and I like it. So again, we'll be back in the new year. I'm going to take a couple of day break and then we'll get into from the second. We'll go basically every second day. And again, we'll just go probably the next, I'd say 10 is all going to be different theme teams. That will get us to the end of January. My draft the draft order gets picked on the Royal Rumble for WWE. So we've bit of draft content there. But again, while this team pick is fresh, let's keep shouting out some guys. There's plenty of pages out there that's going to give you all the guns. Let's try and find some guys that you can edge a team with, some guys to fill on your bench, and maybe your 3rd or 4th CTW 2RF slot to give you guys a bit of a different view. So right now, this is the team version 2. And like I said, after the New Year's break, let's get into it with some themed teams. So we'll leave it there, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Please give us a subscribe and a like if you're enjoying what you see. Reach out with any teams or topics you want to see and get to the socials at the SC Halfback. Plenty of stuff going up there every day. Again, reachable by there as well. So thank you for listening, guys. Have a great day and hear from you soon. Cheers.